Good morning and welcome to News First Prime Time Sunrise.
It's Monday actually, the 11th of February 2015. A very good morning. This is Prime Time Sunrise with me, Mahina Bongso. Here's a look at your headlines. President Maithripala Sirisena to call on Indian President and Prime Minister today. 200,000 metric tons of paddy from the Maha season to be purchased at government certified price. An Islamic State releases video purporting to show beheading of 21 Egyptians in Libya. Moving on to the stories in detail now. President Maithripala Sirisena, who is on a 3-day official visit to India, is due to meet with Indian President Pranab Mukherjee and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi for bilateral discussions today. A ceremony to welcome President Sirisena and his delegation will take place at around 10 a.m. today at the official residence of the President of India, the Rashtrapati Bhavan.
A statue of Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva located in the Sri Lankan High Commission premises in India was unveiled by President Maithripala Sirisena last evening. The statue, designed by the Bartley School of Sculpture of the Central Cultural Fund, was presented to the Sri Lankan High Commission. Thereafter, the delegation led by President Sirisena engaged in discussions with representatives of the Commission. Presidential Media Director Dharmashri Bandara Ekanayaka has more on the President's Indian tour.
Lanka ජනාධිපති මෛත්‍රීපාල සිරිසේන මහතාගේ ඉන්දිය විනෝද සංචාරයේ ප්‍රමුඛතම දිනය අදයි. අද ශ්‍රී ලංකා ජනාධිපතිවරයා ඒ වගේම
Today is the first day of the official visit of President Maithripala Sirisena to India. It is the day where the President will meet with the Indian government representatives and senior Indian government officials. It is the most important day of the President's visit. The Indian government will provide a special guard of honour through a vehicle parade. Indian President Pranab Mukherjee and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is also due to arrive at this event. The event will be held at the Rashtrapati Bhavan at 10 a.m. Subsequently, the Sri Lankan President will pay floral tributes to the Mahatma Gandhi statue. The President is due to meet with Sushma Swaraj and the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi in New Delhi subsequently. Bilateral talks will be held and bilateral deals will also be signed. At the same time, preparations are being made for discussions to be held between the Indian Prime Minister and the Sri Lankan President. The President is also due to visit the National Museum. The President will visit Bodh Gaya tomorrow and will also visit Tirupati Kobil day after tomorrow, concluding his tour to India.
Minister of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources Dilip Vedarachi says that solutions to the issues between Indian and Sri Lankan fishermen will be discussed at bilateral meetings between President Maithripala Sirisena and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi today. The minister said that he believes both parties will be able to stop Indian fishermen from carrying out their fishing activities in Sri Lankan waters. Meanwhile, the Sri Lankan Navy has said that they will release the 86 fishing vessels belonging to the Indian fishermen that are under their custody as soon as they receive instructions to do so. The Ministry of Food Safety states that paddy stocks from the Maha season will be purchased at government certified price. According to Minister Gamini Javikrama Pereira, varieties of rice purchased at government certified price are being sold under various prices. Therefore, the government hopes to purchase 200,000 metric tons of paddy.
We will begin purchasing paddy from all paddy storage centres in the island. It will not amount to more than 310,000 metric tons as there were a reduction in harvest due to the rain. But we will do our best to purchase the paddy harvest of the farmers. We will not only paying attention to the farmers but also how traders purchase stocks from officials of the seed centres. We stand firm in this regard and I will appoint officials to look into this matter. Varieties of rice such as Kiri Samba or Nadu can be sold for 40 to 50 rupees, but irrespective of the price, the benefit should flow to the innocent farmers. When purchasing paddy, the money will not flow to the paddy purchasing board, but would instead flow to the district secretariat.
The police state that tragic incidents have taken place in the recent past where adult negligence has led to the deaths of children. Newsfirst now joins police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rohana for more information on this. Good morning, SSP Ajit Rohana.
Good morning to you.
SSP, could you just tell us a little bit about these cases of child deaths that have been reported in the recent past? How many cases have been reported so far, and which areas of the country has it been reported from mostly?
Yes, actually 7 child deaths have been reported since the 1st of January to date. The first incident that occurred in a luxury housing scheme in Colombo, the unattended 4-year-old girl who was on the elevator at that time, and after that her dead body was found. And another incident occurred in Aguruatot area. A 2-year-old girl who jumped into the water to Kaluganga, and on the following day the body was found. In addition to that, another 7 deaths have been reported in Kakirawa, Kalpitiya, Eraur, Lindula areas. The infant had jumped into wells, or the recent incident that occurred in Kakirawa area, and yesterday the body was found from a canal actually. So there are 7 cases have been reported.
Also, SSP Ajit Rohana, now since there has been a development or an increase in such cases where children have fallen prey to accidents, what can measures be taken by the police division to educate parents more on not being negligent of their children's behavior? I know all parents do love their children and hope for the best, but sometimes negligence can lead to tragedy. So what is the police doing from your side to stop this?
Yeah, actually, yes, we have made announcements to the print media and electronic media, especially the parents of the small children and the guardians. They have a duty to look into their children every time, and apart from that, the temporary guardians also, such as school vehicle drivers or the preschool teachers, they also have a duty. We know that parents, intentionally they don't do any harm to their children, but constantly this type of incidents happen. So therefore, if we are not able to curtail such incidents or prevent such incidents, police are compelled to take legal action against the parents or the guardians, because according to the Sri Lankan criminal law, we can take legal action against the wrongdoers, especially the parents or the guardians of children.
Thank you very much, SSP Ajit Rohana, for joining us today on Primetime Sunrise. That was Police Media Spokesperson SSP Ajit Rohana. In more local news, the Union of Professionals Importing Hybrid Vehicles requests that the condition of providing tax concessions to vehicles cleared before the 28th of February be lifted.
There are a large number of vehicles that will not arrive in the country by the 28th of February, because if a vehicle is issued on debt on the 29th of January, it takes at least 2 weeks to be shipped from Japan after the completion of the necessary steps, and it won't reach the country by the 28th of February. Since the new condition will not be beneficial for many, we urge that the condition that the tax concession will only be given to vehicles that are cleared before the 28th of February be lifted.
The Department of Meteorology states that mainly fair and sunny weather condition will prevail over parts of the island today. Ground frost, however, can be expected at some places in the Norelia district during the early hours of the morning during the next few days. General Secretary of the Janata Vimukti Peramuna Tilvin Silva reiterates that the Right to Information Act should be enacted to ensure the transparency of the government. Silva made this statement at a convention held in the Hanguranketa area yesterday.
In the recent past, civil society organizations and media organizations have shown a key interest towards enacting a Right to Information Act. Since no such act exists, the government can reveal or withhold information at its own discretion. There is no way for us to obtain information, and if the government withholds information, there is nothing we could do. However, once this act is enacted, if a journalist requests a member of parliament to reveal details on certain projects for the benefit of the public, then the parliamentarian is bound by the act to provide that information. Therefore, the Right to Information Act should be enacted to ensure transparency in the activities of the present government.
Well, that wraps up today's edition of Prime Time Sunrise, but don't forget to tune in to your Live at 55 updates starting from 8:55 this morning. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm Mahina Bongzo. Take care and have a good day.
Hotline 0114 896 896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.